We've done the point guards, we've done the shooting guards. Now we've got to do the small forwards on the Chicago Bulls and give them their grade heading into the 2022-2023 season. And it starts right now. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago Bulls daily. It's the only channel talking Chicago Bulls, how Chicago talk. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. Listen. The grade's gonna come out fine, right? Because of the two players that are on there. But as far as depth goes, and because of how guys move back and forth and stuff like that, I gotta give you a D for depth in the first place, right? But like I said, right, Zach LaVine's a guy that could play the shooting guard and the small forward. We threw him in the shooting guards. Javonte Green is going to play a little small forward, probably also some shooting guard. Alex Caruso is going to play some small forward, probably also some shooting guard. So it's very interchangeable. But for the shooting guard or small forwards themselves, going to give a couple of grades here and give my breakdown on it. First up, you know where I'm starting here. DeMar DeRozan. He's an A+. He's an A+. He's an A+, 100% for DeMar DeRozan. You passed the project, brother. Why is that? Well, for one, he broke a Wilt record last year, and he's been so incredibly efficient. You're talking about a guy that put up 438 mid-range shots on 45.7% shooting last season. You're talking about a guy who has led the NBA since 2012 in clutch baskets made, and he had no shortage of that for the Chicago Bulls last season. You're talking about a guy who was our leading scorer, who was the leader of our team last season, right? And one of the main voices in this locker room. I don't think there's much more DeMar DeRozan can do coming off of his best season in his career that took place in Chicago that would make me feel like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to, I could give this guy less than 100% on this. I think he was playing at a superstar level at points last season. Not calling him a superstar, but he was playing at that level last season. I think he was really efficient for the Chicago Bulls, and I think he just, what he means to this team is so big heading into this season, right? I don't want to see him I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I don't want to see him taking on the same offensive load he took on last season. But what I want to see from DeMar DeRozan heading into this season is him being incredibly efficient, like we've seen of him his entire career. DeMar DeRozan's a guy who can go out there, and all I need from him, I'm not gonna lie to you, this season, 22 points, maybe 24 points a game. I want to see Zach LaVine and Patrick Williams and Kobe White kind of take on more of that scoring, maybe more so Ayo Dosunmu coming off the bench with a little bit more of that scoring as well. I want to see this team go as hard as they can offensively around DeMar, and I need everybody else to build that up, because listen, if you're going to keep this guy going, DeMar's got plenty of game left, and he absolutely can still have those 50-point games. He absolutely can still have those major offensive outputs, but I don't want him to have to do that every night, and I feel like the Bulls had him having to do that every night. Now, of course, due to injury and things like that, that's kind of where it comes into play, but for me, DeMar DeRozan coming through with a 100%. That's right, a 100%. He aced the test, and hopefully he can bring that to us next season. Now, before I continue with the video, I do want to know your grades for the Chicago Bulls small forward position. Let me know in the comments below. What do you feel like the Bulls are grading out at this small forward position? There's not a lot of options here. I'm about to give you the next guy basically right now, and that's pretty much it at the small forward position. If you see somebody that you think is more of a small forward than a two guard, or more of a two guard than a small forward, or however you say, let me know in the comments below as well. The other guy for me on this Bulls team is Derrick Jones Jr. That's really your only other small forward on the team, and for me, right, he's a 70%. I mean, I'm not relying on Derrick Jones Jr. for anything crazy. I saw some people that tweeted me the video of him working out this offseason. I think he was playing in, maybe it was Drew League, something like that. One of those leagues that they are all a part of, right? And it was literally like 9 highlights of him dunking. I love that he's a high flyer. I love that he's able to attack the rim. I think that corner three, if he can improve on that a little bit, maybe we can get that grade up a little bit for him. But I just believe that Derrick Jones Jr. is a guy that he's a legitimate role player, right? A lot of length, good defense on him, able to play on both sides of the ball, not a liability offensively. Those are the things that I'm looking for from Derrick Jones Jr. Nothing major coming into this season. I think he will be a lot better if there is a healthy Lonzo Ball in the building. I think that's what makes the most difference for his game. You definitely can tell that he just wasn't moving as well on the court, and he went through some injury himself last season, right, with that thumb injury I believe he had, or was it a broken thumb, right? Because he couldn't dunk, and I was throwing him oops with the hand to dunk. So yeah, but you know, Derrick Jones Jr. is a guy to me that he's an excellent role player for the Chicago Bulls to have. I'm not mad that we got him back. We got him back at much more of a discount than I thought we were going to get him on. I like to see him coming off the bench for us. I think he's good depth at that position, especially knowing that guys can interchange. But I don't expect a ton out of Derrick Jones Jr. this season. I expect him to be about I don't know, 8 points a game, 5 assists, or 5 rebounds, 2-3 assists kind of guy. Nothing crazy out of Derrick Jones, but definitely giving you some good production on the defensive end, and definitely giving you some good production on the excitement meter. So overall, for the small forwards for the Chicago Bulls, that's an 85%, boys. That's the best grade that we've given out so far. What I will say about it is very top heavy, very much top heavy. And the fact that there's not a ton of small forwards on this team tells you a lot there. We're very guard heavy. So I ran through a lot of the guards in the beginning of this. That's pretty much the team. But let me know how you guys feel in the comments below, man. Do you feel like a B at the small forward position is good enough? What would you grade the depth of this team at the small forward position, taking into account that guys are going to move around and interchange a little bit? I'll be down in the comments with you talking as well. As always, man, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again to continue watching our Chicago Bulls content. Click the links on the screen or check the links in the description below. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.